I've just crossed into Scotland and I'm about to try something I honestly don't know if I can finish. Driving the entire coast of the mainland, over 2,000 miles, living in this van, all through winter. That is incredible. Well, here I am at the Scotland-England border on the east coast of Scotland, and this is where I'm starting my epic road trip around the entire coast of mainland Scotland. Over 2,000 miles, I'll be travelling and living in my van throughout a brutal Scottish winter. Anything can happen on this road trip, and I'm going to be taking you with me every step of the way, from the realities of living in a van in Scotland during winter to some incredible scenery, coastlines, castles, historical places, and everything in between. So join me as I start this adventure and travel north up the east coast to North Berwick. It is an absolutely beautiful day today. Look at the sky. Oh, I couldn't have hoped for better. It's freezing, but it's not too cold. There's not too much wind, so you're not getting that wind chill, which is just perfect, really. I just absolutely love driving into little seaside towns like this. They're just so quaint. You know, there's a lot of them that I'm familiar with in sort of the East Neuk of Fife and things like that. But I have never been here before. I've never really explored the Berwickshire coast, so this is going to be a really great few days doing so. I love little coastal villages and towns like this. They're just so bonny. And we've got our first shot, our first glimpse of the coast. Superb. So I've just arrived in Eyemouth and I'm just at the harbour here. My first harbour, my first coastline of this 2,000 mile Scottish coastline trip. Not a bad way to start. Anyway, let's go for a walk along the front, will we? This is Eyemouth, a working fishing town shaped by the North Sea. Life here is always revolved around the water, the tides, the weather, and the risks that come with both. And it feels like the right place to begin this journey around Scotland's coast. Right, so I'm just walking along the street here and I'm seeing an award-winning fish merchant, Dr. Cullen and Son. Let's go and check it out. Oh, langoustines. Hiya, how you doing?
Not bad, yourself?
I'm very good, thanks. I'm looking for some local fish to cook tonight. I'm gonna go for a large haddock fillet.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, go for that. You've got breadcrumbs and stuff here.
I do.
You know what, actually, I'll take 2 of them then.
2 then?
Yeah. Do like a wee mix. Brilliant, thank you.
No worries.
Oh man, the smells in that place. If you like seafood, everything was so fresh. and just walking around the town, around the harbour, I just love that. I love that smell. I love that sea, fresh air, sea smell that you get. It's great. I bet this place is busy during summer. So behind me here is the Eyemouth Museum and gift shop, and I would have really loved to have gone inside, but it's not in season. Obviously it's winter. It's the start of January, it's closed. I don't think it opens again until March or April. And it would have been great to go inside that to learn more about the rich fishing and trade history that Eyemouth has, and of course find out a little bit more about the Eyemouth fishing disaster, the worst fishing disaster in Scotland's history. But I'm going to try and find some of the monuments that have been erected in Eyemouth and the other Berwickshire coastal towns and villages that it affected. It really is a story, not only a tragedy, but of resilience within the local community. And the bells are going. I want to see what this is about. Here, this statue, Willie Spears. I need to have a look into that.
Good morning. Are you David Man in a Van?
Yeah.
Come and have coffee.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Come across.
What's your name?
My name's Wendy. This is my cafe.
Brilliant.
When you put up the post you were going to do the North Coast and come round, I
Yeah.
messaged you and said, because I've followed you for years.
All right,
When
okay.
you started, do come in.
Oh,
Mrs.
brilliant.
Welcome.
So how long have you had this place?
Just about a year.
Right, okay.
So we were very soon.
It's the first time I've been in Eyemouth.
I gathered. I came here on a geography field trip once. Look what it did for me.
Yeah, so what's the statue all
Willie
about?
Spears.
What's his name, sorry?
His name is Willie Spears.
Right.
He stood up against the church because the church were taxing, as far as I know, were taxing the fishermen. And he got the town to all go to Ayton for a meeting to talk to the bigwigs to stop this taxation happening. And so the fishermen weren't penalised because they were paying money in. And the town
Right,
was broke as
okay.
it
So
was.
he was like the...
He stood up. He was the Wat Tyler of Eyemouth.
Right,
If that
okay.
makes sense to you. If you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
history. He stood up against the church. which
Too
was
right.
great thing to do.
Coffee's actually really good. Oh, just what I needed. Well, listen, thank you so much for this coffee.
Absolute pleasure.
No, it has been a pleasure speaking to you as
Lovely
well.
to meet you.
Yes, I know. We'll need to get a
little
little photo so I can put it
Oh,
on
that
my
would be fab.
on my socials and stuff. But this is going to be, it's my first day on this road trip, and one of the main themes of this entire series is going to be all about promoting buy local. So I've just been to fishmongers around the corner there,
Right.
picked up some nice fresh haddock. I'm going to be cooking that in the van tonight and all the rest of it. And I just really want to try and promote that sort of message. So for you to come and just find me out there, it's just like the perfect start. Like all my previous series on YouTube have been more about showcasing locations, but this is going to be a little bit more raw, the realities of living in a van in the winter,
Yeah.
but also showcasing locations, talking about history and meeting local people and local businesses like yourself as well. So
Well,
it's been
absolute
great.
pleasure.
No, it has. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, wasn't that amazing? Literally the first town I've been in, and recognised me, business owner, our friend that basically runs the sort of fire service here, stopped by, and it was her that had commented on the post saying to reach out, and she saw me anyway. Lovely cup of coffee and a really nice chat. So, what a great start to this adventure. And it really is, it's a beautiful wee town this. Lots of history. So yeah, I want to try and find this Widows and Bairns monument. It's somewhere down the harbour. I must have missed it the first time I walked past. Probably because I was looking out to sea rather than anywhere else. In fact, I think that's it here. I think I can see it. This monument isn't symbolic. It represents real people. Real wives who stood here waiting and never saw their husbands return. Real children, bairns, who grew up without fathers, in towns where the sea provided everything and then took it all away. In 1881, a single storm claimed nearly 200 fishermen from this stretch of coast. Entire communities were changed overnight. This sculpture doesn't tell a story of adventure or heroism. It tells a story of loss. It stands here to remind us that the sea is powerful, unpredictable, and never owed anyone a safe return. And most importantly, it makes sure these men, women and children were never just numbers. They were loved and they are remembered. Well, that really is a tragic tale and a tragic time in history. You know, and I feel like just from walking about here this morning, there is still a real sense of community here, and they're clearly quite proud of their heritage, their fishing heritage, learning a little bit about sort of local customs and celebrations and things like that from Wendy. And that's what I love about a lot of the Scottish small seaside towns that we have. You do still have that sort of past and heritage and history and stories and tales that, you know, and tragic events, unfortunately, that still ring true today. And you can still feel it when you walk around them, you know. Yeah, it's been a great introduction into Eyemouth, and I'll definitely be back, that's for sure. Coldingham Priory has stood here for almost 1,000 years, quietly watching life move around it. Set into these walls is an unusual collection of carved stone and gravestone slabs, gathered together to conserve the priory's remains. Among them are medieval grave markers, including Knights Templar slabs, fragments from the priory's earliest years, and tombstones belonging to the priors of Coldingham themselves. Two of these priors, buried here between 1202 and 1210, were discovered beneath the early Norman church in the late 19th century and later excavated and carefully restored. You feel that history the moment you walk through the gates, this sense of time layered and not lost. Beyond the walls, the priory opens into quiet ground, a place shaped by routine rather than spectacle, prayer, work and centuries of life. What a beautiful building. Great learning a little bit about its history as I'm here. I hadn't heard of this place before I came here today. In fact, I hadn't even heard of it until I was in that co-op car park, just checking my route to St Abbs. And I'm really glad I made the stop here. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And well worth a stop if you're ever in the area. Right, so there's a nice big car park here, National Trust of Scotland. It costs £5 to park here, and this is the start point for the walk to St Abbs Head. And one handy thing they've got here, there's toilets, so I'm going to get a quick pee before I start this walk. Wow, what an amazing view here when it just opens up for the first time. Fantastic. There you look at that sun. What a day I've got for it. A perfect winter January day. Fantastic. Wow, look at that. This is some view from here. Unbelievable. The shape of the rocks in the cliffs here. I don't know if I've seen shapes like that before anywhere else. Yeah, it's incredible. Look at how they're all angled. Wow. And way off in the distance you can see that waterfall. Absolutely stunning. That's a lovely walk back this, doing that circular route. And the sun is starting to go down now. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's the start of January, winter time, so you don't get a lot of daylight in Scotland at this time of year, which is why it's an early start for me every day on this road trip for the next few months. I want to try and capture as much as I can and experience as much as I can every day. You know, for those of you that have followed me on social media for a while, you'll know I really try and make every day an adventure where possible. You can't do it all the time, of course, but life's for living, as they say. But it's just beautiful here. Fields, sheep everywhere just grazing as you walk among them. Yeah, it's been a really enjoyable walk. Now it's just a case of getting back to the van. It's first thing in the morning. I really want to get up for sunrise. I think it's going to be quite a nice day tomorrow. And see this beautiful little seaside town, village, whatever you want to call it. Golden hour. First thing in the morning. We're on the east coast, so it's the best place for a sunrise. Oh, right, I've got packed up. It's quite cold in here though, it's 12 degrees Celsius, so I'm going to put my diesel heater on and now I'm going to get cooking. Now this looks absolutely amazing. I basically cooked that fish by whipping up an egg, dipping it in it, putting the breadcrumbs on, and then frying that in lots of butter. I always add a little bit of olive oil as well because I find that it smokes less when I do that. And then I've just boiled potatoes and the broccoli and then caked them in loads of butter and stirred it all up and everything as well. Honestly, can't wait to taste this fish. It just looks incredible. Oh, that is great. That's some feast. But I haven't eaten anything else today. I've just had a couple of coffees, so a nice big meal to settle me in for the night. That'll do me. On to more adventures tomorrow. This is St Abbs Harbour, small, colourful and incredibly beautiful. Tucked beneath towering cliffs, it feels almost hidden from the rest of the world. In recent years it even doubled as new Asgard on screen, but long before Hollywood arrived, this was a working place shaped by the sea. And being here now, it's easy to see why it captured people's imagination. Well, what a morning that was. I'm so glad I got up nice and early for the sunrise there over St Abbs. Absolutely gorgeous. And took a little walk through the village as well. It's a beautiful little place, and you could just imagine how bustling that would be in the summer with the fishermen going out every morning and the cafes being open and things like that. I'm going to assume there's a lot of like holiday lets and places to stay there as well. It's gorgeous. And next up I'm heading to a place of huge significance. Not only did this coastline shape Scotland, but it changed our understanding of our entire planet. That place is Siccar Point. Right, well I know this camera sort of skews it slightly, but this is steep, very steep. Yeah, it's too wet and it's too muddy. Going back up here, I'm already sliding and I'm only at the top. This is not today. Right, so I tried to go down there, but it is incredibly steep, really steep, and it's muddy and it's slippy. Not the right day for it, unfortunately. I really wanted to go down and stand on the rocks and touch them myself, but it was just too dangerous, really, to get down there. They did have a sort of rope that you could hold on to, but it was so slippy, and it's not so much getting down, it's getting back up where it's that steep and it's so muddy. And I started to struggle even just coming back up a lot, you know, from where I started basically. So not the right day for it to actually get down there and touch the rocks, but I'm going to send my drone over the top to get a closer look at them. This is Siccar Point, and it's one of the most important places on Earth for understanding our planet. It was here in the late 1700s that the Scottish scientist James Hutton realised something extraordinary. By studying these rocks, he understood that the Earth wasn't shaped over thousands of years, but over unimaginable spans of time. The layers you see here record cycles of oceans forming, mountains rising, erosion wearing them away, and the whole process starting again. This single place helped introduce the idea of deep time, changing geology forever and reshaping how we understand the history of the planet itself. Right now, you're not just looking at rocks, you're looking at time made visible. I'm going to take a walk back to the van now and head a little bit further up the coast, and I think I'm going to head to the birthplace of John Muir, who's the godfather of national parks in the US. Now this is a bonny wee town, driving into it. Again, like so much of this coast, it's a place I've never been before. I've never been to Dunbar. It looks really nice. And my plan just now is just to go and park up down at the harbour. You can park there overnight honesty box, £10 in it, and that's you. It's free during the day. And there's a swimming pool nearby as well, so my plan is to go and use that and just get freshened up, get a shower, get changed, and then I might treat myself tonight and go to a pub and grab some food or something like that. Now, John Muir wasn't the only innovator to come from Dunbar. This propeller commemorates Robert Wilson, a local engineer credited as a key pioneer of the screw propeller. In the 1820s, Wilson developed early rotating propeller designs to drive steam vessels from the stern, ideas that later made it possible to power much larger ships. Although others went on to patent and commercialise this technology, Wilson's work came first, and this memorial stands here to recognise that legacy. So that was great. Feeling refreshed. Shower service is there. £2.75 if you just want a shower only. They've got a sort of health suite there, swimming pool, various other things as well, but £2.75 for a shower to get freshened up. Absolutely superb. Those sort of facilities are just absolutely perfect and a godsend for a van lifer like me. So I'm going to take a walk along the high street. I'm going to try and find birthplace of John Muir is still open. It's right there, what are the chances? Oh, it's a free admission as well. Hiya, how you doing?
Welcome to John Muir's Birthplace.
That's alright. Great, I can put a donation in here. I'll just take a wander around, thanks very much. John Muir was born here in Dunbar in 1838, but his influence would reach far beyond this small coastal town. As a young man, he left Scotland and went on to become one of the most important conservationists in history, helping to establish America's national parks and changing how the world thinks about wild places. Muir believed that nature wasn't something to be conquered or owned, but something we belonged to, that wild landscapes mattered, not just for their beauty, but for our well-being, our perspective, and our sense of scale. What's remarkable is that those ideas were shaped right here, by the sea, the sky, and the open land around Dunbar. Standing on this coast, it's easy to understand how a place like this could inspire a lifelong belief that the natural world is worth protecting, simply because it exists. I really love the way this has been set up. 3 floors, chronicling his life when he grew up here in Dunbar, then going over to the United States, and then 3rd floor, all his achievements and legacy that he left behind. And if you're a nature lover like myself, you'd really appreciate this. It's a great wee bit of insight into his life and legacy. Hiya. Yep. Get a pint of Guinness, please. Are you serving food at all?
We are, yeah.
Perfect, yeah.
I'm just going to start at 5. I can give you some menus.
That's grand. Cheers. Right, thank you very much.
I can start at tab if you have something to eat.
Yeah, please do that. That would be great.
Are we ready to order?
Yeah. Can I please have the haggis, heaps and tatties with whiskey sauce as a starter, and then the steak pie as a main?
Is that chips or mash for the steak platter?
Chips, please.
No worries. Thank you.
Perfect, cheers mate, thank you.
Offset on that at all, eh? No, that on the machine ones was a wee offset, but they're classics. Timeless blade.
Well, good morning folks. It's a beautiful day today, nice and bright out there, which is great. I'm just going to take a quick 10-minute drive and I'm going to go on a trek, a slightly different type of trek to my usual, and you'll see exactly what I mean. Come and meet my wee trekking buddies. How you doing?
Alright. You Dave?
I am, yeah. Yeah, nice to meet you. Jen, how you doing?
This is Chewy. I'm going to give you him. So he is a Suri alpaca. So he's the rarer type, and then I'm going to take Mac up as the leader. He is a Wicaya.
Oh. I'm getting pulled here. He's wanting in the sprouts. God. Where are you taking me? Where are you taking me? His face when he's eating. That tasty? Okay. Okay.
He's got some hairdo. That's Dave the Rave.
That face.
Is that nice?
Oh my god, that is literally the donkey from Shrek. Hey, donkey! Oh god, it is. Now this is John Muir alpacas and teepees. And not only do they do treks with the alpacas, but they've also got these beautiful teepees where you can book a table and have a picnic after your trek. It's without doubt an awesome place for families to come if you've got kids. But not only that, they also host events, celebrations, weddings and things of that nature. Thought it was quite a cool place, and they do marshmallows. Well, wasn't that great? I've never had a wee walk with alpacas before. I think when I was in Switzerland last July on a hike, they look very similar, but I think they were llamas because they were much, much bigger. But they're just such funny wee animals. And it was really good. I'm really impressed with the whole farm, the place, the setup, that venue that they've got, the big teepee tent venue, looks fantastic. So it was really good. And if you've got kids and you're in this area, I mean, it would be an ideal stop really for you. But I'm just going to head to North Berwick now, and I'm going to get parked up for the day, for the night, in a spot that looks really, really nice, just overlooking the whole coastline essentially. And I'm probably going to just get on with a little bit of admin, go through some of the footage, get it organised, which takes a good couple of hours really over the last sort of couple of days worth. Get it all put into its folders and go through my photos and my reels, and I'll have them posted this week in the run up to this episode as well, so I need to get them scheduled. There's quite a lot of work really to go through all the cameras, get everything off the memory cards and character it, and basically put everything into its own folder so I know exactly what it is, what the footage is of. Is it inside the van? Is it me talking? Is it outside the van? Is it B-roll footage? Is it drone footage? Is it my 360 camera or one of my DJI cameras? You know, and have it all organised so when it comes to editing it's much, much easier to obviously put together when that time comes. My first stop today is Tantallon Castle, a fortress built right on the edge of the North Sea. Perched high on these cliffs, it once guarded the entrance to the Firth of Forth, standing firm against sieges, storms and centuries of change. From here, the sea was both a highway and a threat, a route for trade, invasion and survival. What makes Tantallon so striking is its setting. There's no gentle approach, no sheltering landscape, just stone, wind and open water. It's a place designed to endure. Today, the castle is cared for by Historic Environment Scotland, preserving it not as a relic, but as part of a living coastline. Standing here now, with Bass Rock just offshore, it feels like the perfect reminder that Scotland's history isn't tucked away inland, it's written right along its edge. Now, I'm just taking a walk into North Berwick. I want to go and check out the harbour, the main street, and I really want to go to the lobster shack and try out the food there. I heard it's absolutely amazing. Me?
Oh yeah.
Perfect, thanks very much.
Taco. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Right, let's see what we've got. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. That is incredible. Well, that was just what I needed. Get some delicious food into my belly, and honestly, it was superb. Highly recommend it. I've never had battered haddock tacos before. I'll definitely be having them again. I was hoping for a lobster and crab roll, but unfortunately it is winter, so it's not really lobster season, is it? They sell out really, really quick if they do get them in. But it was delicious, absolutely brilliant, and it's fed me nicely. I'm just hoping that this cloud does clear as forecast to do, because I really want to go up the North Berwick Law tonight for sunset. So fingers crossed. Well folks, I'm just at the car park for the North Berwick Law. Make myself a cup of coffee to take with me. It's going to be a cold one. Gloves, hat, everything packed, hand warmers, the lot. And I'm really hoping that the sky stays clear so I can take in a beautiful sunset over the entire view of North Berwick, if you like. Let's go. It was really unfortunate that I was on a time lapse there. I wish I'd been recording normally because I just fell flat on my arse. Oh, my hand is caked in mud. It's so muddy, it's quite slippy. I just totally decked it. Oh. Brilliant, but look at that behind us. It looks like the sky's gonna hold. I really hope it does. Well, that was absolutely brilliant. A really quick walk. It only took sort of 25 minutes, maybe not even that, to get up, even with my fall. And coming back down, I was going to stay until dark. I had my head torch and everything to get a proper sunset. But after that, I thought, you know what, I'm not going to come back down in the dark just in case, because I'm pretty clumsy. But as you know, I did go and purchase some fresh haddock from the fishmongers in Eyemouth when I first started this week. So tonight I'm going to make a Scottish speciality, Cullen skink. Now the recipe for this dish is actually incredibly simple. There's basically 5 ingredients: smoked haddock, onion, potato, milk and some parsley. That's it. Well, that's the way I like to cook it anyway. First things first, peel the potatoes, finely chop an onion. And in this bag is all the stuff from the fishmonger, so it's stinking. So I am going to bin this in the bin that's just outside the van here once I'm finished. And it just keeps, otherwise the inside of the van, I mean it's going to smell anyway after I've cooked this, but it would be absolutely reeking tomorrow if I put it in the bin in my van. Right, now to finely chop them, what I'm going to do is use my little pull device. I got this recently off of Amazon and honestly it is phenomenal. And I'm a clumsy get, as you've seen. I cut my fingers and stuff all the time when I'm trying to chop veg, so this is gonna basically really help me avoid that. But it's so good for chopping onion or for making, you know, like, oh shit, or like making a sofrito, you know, from like a bolognese or something with onion, carrot and celery, and it does it really, really fine. It's really good. And again, like I've said before, you'll find it on my Amazon storefront, which is, the link is in my description, and it'll be in the Vanlife Essentials one. One last ingredient I forgot, some butter. I'm going to add a fairly generous portion to this pan for my onion. You can never have enough butter as far as I'm concerned. I like to cut these in a sort of little squares, if you like, for this soup. I don't mind them quite big. Once I've browned off the onions, I'll add some water and the potatoes to that as well. I just want to gently cook them. I don't want to burn them. And then in this pan, I'm going to add my milk. And what I'm going to do as well is just open this door just a touch, just to help let the steam and everything go out. It's one of the easiest ways to help with condensation and with smells of foods as well. Just a tiny little bit is more than enough. Haddock into the milk. I'm just going to cook the haddock just directly into the milk. That's the way I do it anyway. I don't know if it gets done differently elsewhere. Not waiting on those potatoes boiling. Once they're done, I'll get them, strain them off, put the potatoes in there with the haddock and the milk, and just let it cook. Really, that's pretty much it. And then just add a touch of the parsley at the end. Done and dusted. Now I can't have this soup without having a little bit of bread, so I've got these bake at home baguettes and I'm going to stick one in my Omnia oven. Yeah, a touch more salt and pepper. The one thing about this dish is it's pretty messy. There's milk's overflowed, it goes all over the cooker. The pots are a nightmare to clean, hence why I was boiling my kettle there, so I've got some hot water for washing this after. It is a bit of a messy cook, and if you don't like the smell of fish, you'll definitely not enjoy cooking this in a van. Now I'm making a big pot of this because I'm going to be sticking it in the fridge. I'll probably have some again tomorrow night as well. That'll taste even better tomorrow too, so I tend to do that if I'm cooking for myself in the van. I always cook for, you know, a couple of days worth the majority of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. Now this is going to be delicious. This butter is going to melt on this bread because the bread's that hot. Oh. A little glass of white can't hurt, can it? Oh, I'm really looking forward to this. The bread's nice and crusty. The soup is delicious. Beautiful. Well folks, I really hope you've enjoyed watching the first week as I travel around the entire coast of mainland Scotland. It's been a brilliant week. I've been very lucky with the weather, to be honest. And this whole part of the country has really took me by surprise. It is often overlooked, and I really do hope that people that are watching this do consider those border towns on the east coast, making your way up to Dunbar and North Berwick. It's been absolutely fantastic. I've enjoyed every single minute of it. And next week I'll continue the journey from here along the East Lothian coast to our nation's capital of Edinburgh. But take care, have a great week. I'll see you next Sunday. Slán. Like and subscribe for more van life adventures.